Good evening. Welcome to Tuesday Night Rotor Talk Live, episode 30. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. I was going to have a very special guest on tonight, Bill Thomas from Coast to Coast Drones. Unfortunately, he had some issues to attend to, so he was unable to make it tonight. We're definitely going to have him on, and coming up, I'll get to the chat in a second here, guys. We're going to have him on, and I'm going to have Ron Brown on too. We're going to have the Bucket List Boys on Tuesday Night Rotor Talk Live. That should be a blast. So hope everybody's had a good Tuesday. I did. Hope everybody's looking forward to Thanksgiving here in the States. That should be a blast as always. I always look forward to probably eating way too much. Mel, welcome tonight. Steve Carpenter, Lloyd, Brian, Ryan Manson, welcome. Peter, thank you guys for showing up. Thomas, welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. Bill Thomas was going to be on tonight. Unfortunately, he had some issues come up. He was unable to do that. But I love talking to Bill. Bill's one of the great guys. He's fantastic. So that's where we're at with that. So got a lot to talk about tonight. Got a lot of updates going on here. First of all, I want to tell you guys I have a video coming out. I did some Q&A with one of my very favorite people in the drone community, Rick Smith. He was in town last weekend. You probably saw I got to fly the Parrot Anafi. If you guys haven't had a chance, check out that video. I'm going to put in a little mini plug for the Anafi. I really liked my time with it. It was fantastic. It was fast. It was nimble. It was easy to maneuver. Love that tilting camera, and the view that I got from Rick's phone through the app was fantastic. The app was very easy to use as well, and it was quiet. Oh my gosh! Comparing that to the Mavic Air, it's like night and day. It really was. Valerie was impressed with it too, and its form factor. It is just so small. And if you guys have seen Best Buy, welcome, Lon. Thanks for joining tonight. Drone Shots, welcome. If you've seen the form factor in that is insane. It is just absolutely insane. Everybody's saying hi to you, sweetheart. Valerie says hi back. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So yeah, it was a blast flying the Anafi, and Best Buy now has it. I believe it's $150 off right now. I think it's $549. Plus, I think they were having a special with like 2 batteries and a case or something like that for about like what the regular price was. So that's a great deal. I was impressed with it. You know, the lack of having an obstacle sensor, obstacle avoidance to me did not matter. So, Perdasso, welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. Brendan, welcome. Thanks for joining. So yeah, that was kind of fun. We were really, you know, really impressed with it. I really liked it. Good runtime. Just overall, I got absolutely no complaints with that at all. It just it's a great little drone. I didn't get a chance to shoot any video because I didn't have an SD card with me, and it's Rick's drone, and I really wanted to fly it more than anything else. But again, if you get a chance, go out and check out that video. Got a video coming up with Rick. It's going to come out overnight. Had some Q&A with him, and I absolutely love talking to Rick. It's just fantastic. Al Marshall, welcome. Glad you're here tonight. Rick Halber, I didn't see you. Welcome. Yeah, I absolutely love talking to Rick. You know, we talked about the event coming up on the 28th and some speculation on what it could be. We talked about what's coming up at CES and what DJI has in store for 2019 and just a kind of a recap of 2018. So you guys want to check this video out. It's great. You know, Rick has an engineering background, and the detail in his analysis and things is just incredible. He's just absolutely, positively fantastic, and just it's always a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be around him. We spent several hours with him on Saturday, and you know, look forward to seeing him again sometime shortly. It's wonderful. So that's that. So we got the event coming up next week. Okay, on the 28th. Thank you, Steve Carpenter. Chris Hope, I didn't know if I saw you earlier or not, but welcome. We've got the event coming up on the 28th, and it's pretty much 99.99999% going to be the Pocket Osmo Mobile. Okay, it's really, this isn't a surprise anymore. This shouldn't be a surprise. It's about as much surprise as when we saw the Mavic 2 when we went to the event in New York City on August 23rd. Yeah, it's kind of like anticlimactic, as they say. Trying to get those words out. And I had an allergy. If you kind of hear me nasal, yeah, I had allergies today. So yeah, it was a wonderful, wonderful day. I went through half a box of tissues at work. And Allegra is my friend. I was going to hold up a box of that, but yeah, it's really anticlimactic. There really is nothing, you know, surprising about what's going to be going on, what's transpiring. It's going to be that. Now, what I'm hearing is between the event and CES, there may be something. And obviously, I'm guessing it would not be this year, calendar year, because, you know, DJI does not, and one of the things that I've said, and I think a lot of other people have echoed my sentiments as well, is that DJI doesn't want to shoot themselves in the foot as far as sales of the Mavic 2 are concerned. I talked to one of the largest retailers in the United States, drone retailers in the United States, and they told me they can't keep Mavic 2s on the shelf, whether it's a Zoom or a Pro, doesn't matter. They are just absolutely flying off the shelves. So they don't want to muddy the water up. Ken Ingram, welcome. Thanks for joining. Ted 10, thanks for coming tonight. Appreciate it. So they're not going to shoot themselves in the foot with sales for the Mavic 2. And as you guys know, I'm just going to kind of lead that into my next thing is DJI's Black Friday sale is going on right now, and they have specials that they run each day. There's different coupons off. You can combine different things. Of course, you know, the Mavic Air is on sale. The Spark is on sale. Those are the two big things that are on sale right now. And there's different combinations of the Fly More package and other things that you can get. And you can combine it with other discounts as well. You know, obviously the Mavic 2 is not going to be on sale. So, you know, and let me tell you guys, I don't know if you had a chance to or not, but if you get a chance, please check out that video that I did, the sunset video that I did. I'm telling you, I got my button gear because I said, you know what, this is going to be maybe one of those sunsets that happens at once about every 50 years or so, and that's what it was. Got it up. I got it to 4K, 30 frames per second, stock settings on it. Got it up to about 40, 50 feet, went out, and one of the things I did was I slowed the throttle down. I did not go forward very fast. I was limiting it to about 10 miles an hour. And then that's what I'm going, and that's why I decided to just reverse instead of flipping around, because I knew the colors were changing and I could see that, and it was getting even more beautiful. And I backed that up, and then I took some stills at the end. And let me tell you guys, it's just, I've never had a video like 100% likes. It's about as close to about 100% likes as possible. So you get a chance, check it out. I know Lon even gave me a thumbs up on that one. So, you know, if Lon gives me a thumbs up, that has to be good. That has to be good stuff. But no, it was, and Valerie was just very impressed with that. I mean, it was like I was up in the air in 5 minutes. That's how quick I was. I got outside, got my phone. My tablet wasn't booting up, but my iPad. Threw my phone on, cable, battery in, boom, up, and wow, it's speechless. It's one of those ones that you're just speechless when you do that. So, Help at Home, welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. You can always just listen, kind of like treat it like a podcast kind of a thing. And that's a neat thing about these things. You can kind of treat them like a podcast because, you know, unless I'm, you know, and even if I have a guest on, you know, you'd be hearing voices. I'm not really, there's no real things to show tonight. So, but thanks for coming. Really appreciate that. But yeah, you know, we're heading into 2019. CES is coming up, and you know, Rick and I had some talk about that. And I'll let you guys, you know, I won't give away all of my video, but you know, DJI does have some things in store for us. Rick told me, you know, just keep an eye out for some things. That's all I can say. He really didn't elaborate a whole lot more than that, because, you know, when you get to a point, you sign these non-disclosure agreements, you can't really talk about a whole lot about nothing. I mean, there's just like nothing. One of the things that I did want to talk about, and that we touched on in the video, is Rick had 12 days of Christmas last year, and I'm going to have 12 days. He's still going to do that this year, where he's going to have 12 days of giveaways. I'm going to do the same. So basically, I'm going to see if maybe, I don't know if we're going to coordinate them or not, but it's going to be double your chance to win kind of a thing. All right. We're going to do it from 12 days in a row. And I believe I'm setting this up for, I believe I'm going to set this up for like maybe December the 3rd. Because I know you guys, a lot of you are going to be at Spin Up 2018, and I don't want you guys to miss this. So what I'm going to do this weekend is I'm going to film a video, and Valerie's going to help me with that. And I'm going to have a lot of the 12 days of stuff that's going to be here. There's some things that I haven't purchased yet, but we're going to be giving away, I have 2 drones I'm going to be giving away. One's a real nice one. It's a GPS enabled drone. I'm going to be doing a review on that. I'm going to hopefully get it out and fly it this weekend. So that's going to be fun. Half Chrome did a review on it, and it looks like a pretty cool drone. I have another toy drone. It's a smaller one. It's kind of like, looks like a Phantom 4, Phantom, 3 kind of a thing. Going to give that away. Got all kinds of other little stuff. Got, I got 2 sets of filters that I'm going to give away. I got an Amazon gift card I'm going to give away. I got a Starbucks gift card I'm going to give away. And the grand prize, I'm giving a Mavic 2 battery away. It retails for what, $125. So that's going to be, there's going to be a lot of good stuff. And what we're going to do is starting on, oh, glad you're back, Steve. What we're going to do is every night at 7:30, it's going to be 5-minute live stream, no more, no less. We're going to announce the winner for that night. And, starting, and I think we're going to start this on December the 3rd. I haven't confirmed that yet, but I think we're going to start on December the 3rd, and it will run for 12 consecutive days. And that includes the weekend too. I'm not going to skip the weekend over this. So we're going to have 12 wonderful days. Robert, welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. So this is going to be fun. And now, also I'm going to put a plug in for Rick as well. He's going to have 12 days where he's going to give away some things. And Rick has access to a ton of stuff. He sells a ton of stuff on his site. You name it, he has it. And he has some fantastic products there. So, you'll be in for a treat, a double treat, come over, and what the thing's going to do, it's going to be real simple as always. Go ahead and, the video that I'm going to put out over the weekend or coming up, like, comment, subscribe, that kind of thing. When you guys do that, then what I'm going to do is, that's going to be, that's who I'm going to draw names out of. One of the rules that I will have for this is, obviously 48 hours. And if you don't, I'm thinking about amending that to 24 hours. The word's going to be out there, and it's going to be limited to the people that like, comment, and subscribe the video that I put out there. 24 hours to contact me. Otherwise, I'm going to contact somebody else and draw another name out of a hat. Once you've won something, you're ineligible to win something again, because I want to get different people to win. So that's what that's what we're gonna do, and that's, again, I believe we're gonna start that on December the 3rd, and that will run for 12 days through December the 15th, I believe, if my math is correct. So that's going to be fun, and be sure to watch out for Rick's channel. He's going to be doing something very similar, and also be sure to watch out for Rick's channel, because yours truly is going to be on there. I had a Q&A with Rick. Asked me some questions, and he posed some tough ones to me. So hopefully I stood the test. But as I said, Rick's just a fantastic guy. hopefully next time he has a little more time and we can actually maybe get together for some dinner. You know, just I can't say enough nice things about him. Totally, absolutely, positively. So that's where we're at with that. Now, you know, with the Phantom 5 talk, now I did see Mel say something about it's not going to be this year, and that's correct. But, you know, I wouldn't hold my breath too long on that. It's, as I've predicted, it's going to be early first quarter next year. When first quarter next year, I don't know. You know, I can't say when it's going to be next year, but as far as when in the first quarter, I'm thinking early first quarter. You know, I'm thinking that they're putting it through its paces right now. And you know, one of the things that I think DJI does very well is do quality assurance testing of these drones before they put them out. I think they do a good job with that, and because now realize you can't test every possible combination. That's what I do for a living every day is software quality assurance testing. It's impossible to test all the combinations and permutations of things. And even with a drone, it's the same way. You follow the same kind of pattern. I follow a script every day on testing certain things, and they should have this expected behavior. And if it doesn't, then we have to send that over to the developers for them to correct that. And this is the same kind of an instance. You know, whenever these beta testers for DJI, they find something, they send it back to them and they let them know, and they keep moving on. You know, if it's a non-fatal kind of a thing, but if it's a fatal kind of thing, they got to stop the works and send it back to them. So they're doing that right now. I can tell you, they're very busy. It's out there, and I'm sure there are some out in the drone community who have been hush hush quiet because they've been testing it. So Floyd, yes, I do think there's going to be two versions for it. I think there's going to be an advanced and a pro. You know, the pro is going to have the infamous detachable lenses that you've seen so many pictures of. It's also going to be waterproof, and from what I understand, it's also going to be very pricey. It's probably going to be around $2,400. I did a video on that, so you guys might want to check that out. But you know, that's a lot more info on the P5 that we know than we've known in a long time. So so I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, Brian, retailer out in the West. They said they can't keep them on the shelves. It's they said everyone they got coming in is going out. Everyone. They sell out very quickly on the Mavic 2, both Pro and Zoom. So no, that's what they're telling me. Now, you know, sales on the East Coast could be different from sales on the West Coast, but they're more towards the West Coast. So that's what I can tell you about that. They said they can't keep enough of them in stock. So but you know, again, that belays the fact, you know, the whole thing about DJI not wanting to screw up sales at this point in the year. That's why obviously you're not going to see price breaks on the Mavic 2 Pro and Zoom, because they want them to sell at retail, and they're offering some other great drones at great prices. You know, getting the Spark and the combinations you can get the Spark with, and getting the Mavic Air and the combinations with that are just absolutely fantastic. You know, those are great deals, absolutely, positively great deals, and something that I would definitely look into. That would just, you know, that would be something, you know, if you're looking to do that. Now, you know, I'm getting a lot of questions. You know, I'm getting a lot of first-time drone questions, or you know, I'm thinking about getting into it, and I don't want a toy drone kind of a thing. You know, first of all, you know, I tell them, you know, I ask, one of the things, you know, I do get a lot of these emails every day, and one of the first things that I usually will ask a series of questions with these people, and one of the things that I ask them, you know, number one, are you planning on doing any kind of decent, you know, photography or videography for this, or is this just completely purely for fun? Because if it's completely purely for fun, then I steer them to something like the Tello. because the Tello, you have a chance to learn how to fly a drone. The Tello is a very stable drone. You know, it shoots great still pictures. Its video is, well, you know, it doesn't have the stability as say a Spark does, and it's, you know, it's going to be bouncy and choppy, and that's what I experienced when I did it. But it does teach you how to fly. You know, and the Spark makes it a lot more affordable this year to be able to get into that, you know, entry-level drone. Now they're going to have, DJI is going to have a really good competitor, and this is one of the things I was going to talk to Bill Thomas about tonight, is the Hubsan Zeno. I'm sure you guys have probably heard about that. I know the RC Sailors have had one. Dustin Dunhill has had one. You know, and there's been some reviews on them. And from what I've seen so far, it looks pretty good. You know, some soft focus kind of issues, but 4K, and at that price point, it's at the Spark price point. Kind of looks like a smaller Mavic Pro, the original one. It's in white, you know, but I think it could make a dent in some Spark sales if Hubsan can get their distribution in gear. It does look like something that can sell well. You know, from what I've seen on the videos, there's been a very limited number of people that have gotten them already. Now I know Ron Brown, and I don't know if Ron's watching tonight or not. He's ordered one. He still hasn't gotten his yet. Apparently, you know, it really is on that slow boat from China getting over here. So, you know, I'm real anxious to hear what Ron has to say about it, because, you know, he's flown a lot of these kind of drones before. So, and at that price point, I think it's going to sell well. It's at a price point that people can afford, and you know, with 4K on it, that's going to be fantastic. It really, really, really is. Just absolutely, positively fantastic. Yeah, Mike Roach, you're right. It is a great mid-level drone. Bill, what do I think of the DJI Pilot app? Matthew, that's a good question. You know, I know Ken Dono talked about it. And by the way, if you watch, Original Dobo did a great video on the Mavic 2 Enterprise, and I think he's going to be doing some more on them, but definitely want to check that out. The DJI Pilot app is very limited from what I understand, and from what I know about it. Now, one of the interesting things is it does have the feature where you can see the other aircraft with their positioning system. You know, it pings that back. Now, from what, and I want Original Dobo had a little bit of a show last night, and from what he said on there, that it's the smaller aircraft, you don't get that, like with the smaller Cessnas and maybe helicopters, but with the larger commercial ones, you do. That's one of the differences on it. I think he also said it's very limited in terms of your video and picture capability, in terms of being able to do adjustments to it. I think he said it had desync-like. I'm not 100% sure, but again, it's very limited, and it's very geared toward first responders and that type of environment. So yeah, Peter, you're right. It's not designed for photography. It's designed for search and rescue. That's what that app is. And you know, he said it was very interesting to the point of being cool, of knowing where all the commercial flights are. And you know, especially, let's say if you're looking for somebody, you know, like I'm just going to give an example with the horrific wildfires are going on in California, and our thoughts and prayers are with everybody out there with that devastation that's going on. But you'll know where you can be able to see where other maybe first responder type aircraft are, because you know there's helicopters out there, there's other search and rescue, you know, there's the planes that drop the fire retardant chemicals, just to be able to know that, so you don't, you know, run into them if you're looking for somebody in one of these situations. And one of the things that I'm real excited about is with the Enterprise, and I think Ken was kind of talking about it as well, is the DJI, you know, this is gonna, you know, the options that they gave right now, I think are just the tip of the iceberg. You know, he had talked about having hopefully like a motorized for the loudspeaker, so it can move up and down, so you don't have to land it, position it again, and take off. So it could be done you know, with a, you know, on the app or maybe a control button on the controller, that would be fantastic as well. And, you know, talking about maybe a FLIR option or a thermal imaging option that can be attached to the top of the aircraft or something like that, that would be incredible if they can do that. So, I mean, that would just be absolutely, positively incredible. I think it'd be great. And, you know, DJI actually, I think they were kind of smart with this in what they did in the capabilities and things. So it's going to be a good tool for a lot, especially the smaller, you know, fire departments, search and rescue organizations, and so forth. The larger ones are going to have unbelievable equipment. You know, they're going to have helicopters that are going to have state-of-the-art, you know, thermal imaging and other things. But the smaller ones, you know, this is going to come invaluable. And also, too, if it's tighter areas and more compact areas that maybe helicopters can't get into, this is something that the Mavic 2 Enterprise I think would fit in really well. I think that would be absolute, excuse me, that would be absolutely fantastic for something like that. Now, one of the other things that I'm curious about is when they're going to come out with, we saw that infamous remote controller in the video the gentleman who was at the event did, the filmmaker, which is fantastic. With the remote controller with a built-in, probably I'll say crystal sky. Very interesting when that's going to happen. You know, my guess has been all along that that's going to happen at CES 2019, and I'm still kind of confident that that's what they're going to do, because that's more of a soft release kind of a thing, and not something that, you know, there'll be a big, you know, an event scheduled for this too. And one of the other things, you know, and I've reminded people about this as well, with the event on the 28th, and, you know, obviously, you know, it's the Pocket Osmo Mobile. You know, one of the things that I can say, and I'm trying to remind people, this is in Good Morning America Studios, and they seat no more than probably 50 or 60 people in there. I mean, it's a real compact area. It's very small. There's not a lot of room in there. So that's where, you know, so that's that. I mean, and, you know, them coming out with this is, and Original Dobo brought up a good point last night. You know, this is kind of like a perfect, if you want to use the word stocking stuffer, so to speak, you know, something like $400 or $500 for this with a GoPro-like camera on the end of this. That could be a good seller for DJI for the holidays. That'll be fantastic. I think that'll be a great seller for them. I really do. If they've done it right, it'll give GoPro a challenge. That's for sure. It really will. Yeah, I don't see that not selling well. And that remote controller, again, I'm calling that at CES 2019. And I don't think there's going to be a whole lot going on there. Now, I think we'll probably see more action in the Autel booth over there, you know, with that 1-inch sensor that they've been talking about, and that I think we'll probably end up seeing. And I think they'll be coming out with it. Now, hopefully, you know, they've got to the point. Original Dobo, thank you. Yeah, hey. That's what I'm all about, my friend. Absolutely. Thanks for thank you so much for that. So that's going to be one of the things. And I want to also put in a plug for Spin Up 2018. I can't go, and I think I've told you guys why. You know, I have a blessed event coming up in July. I'm going to be a grandfather, so you know, I'm trying to watch my nickels and dimes. Also, vacation time. Also, I want to save that for another event-ish kind of a thing for DJI, but it's going to be fantastic. You know, Kelly's done a fantastic job. You know, you know, give Kelly a round of applause for this. It's a lot of legwork setting up an event like that. Absolutely, positively fantastic for him. You know, kudos to you, Kelly, for doing this. You know, our hats are off to you for this. And DJI with a sponsorship, I mean, they're the ones that are giving away the Mavic 2 Pro. You know, they're a sponsor of this event. your guys will be in for a treat. I mean, you're gonna obviously see Kelly, Ken Herron. You're gonna see Original Dobo. You're gonna see Rick Smith. You're gonna see Droner there. You're gonna see Ed Ricker's going to be there. Chris he's from Texas too. Chris Rollins, yeah. There's going to be, and it's going to be fantastic. And there's just going to be, and I think Gary, Everyday Dad, he's going to be there as well too. You know, go there and soak this event up, you guys that are going there. And if you still have an opportunity, I know Ken said he may have some discount coupons. So ping him and check him out if he may still have some of that. This is going to be a fantastic opportunity to, you know, not only to get some knowledge off of these guys, and I think that's going to be great. You know, listening to these guys, because they all present something different and unique. And Billy Kyle, of course, is going to be there too. You know, they all present something, a unique topic area, and I think that's what Kelly. That's why he wants everybody to talk and to maybe give some type of a talk, you know, a different perspective on things. And each one of them is fantastic, and learn from them. And, you know, the best thing about that is, you know, and I know Steve Carpenter, I know you're going, you know, is to network. That was one of the best parts to me about going to the event in New York City, was networking and talking and meeting other people. And you know, I finally get to meet, you know, I'd already met Rick. I hadn't met Ken Dono, and he lives an hour away from me. We fly 4 hours north and finally get a chance to meet him. You know, it's meeting Billy Kyle, meeting Ed Ricker, meeting the guys from Half Chrome Drones, meeting Hay Kesterly from Drone DJ. These are fantastic. It's just, I got to know Daniel. He's from the Dominican Republic, and I think he represents a DJI dealership down there. You know, that's the wonderful thing. You'll meet other, you know, you'll meet the YouTubers, you'll meet other like-minded people like yourself who watch us and who, you know, in a lack of a better term, devour the content that we put out there. But it's because of you guys. And again, you know, I can't thank Kelly enough for doing this. And I'm definitely going to bookmark it for 2019 to get out there. And the coolest thing of all is to be able to fly your drone inside that ballpark. I mean, wow. I mean, that's going to be top notch. That fantastic. You know, I'm sure there'll be some good food that day. But you know, the best part about it's going to be having a chance to rub elbows with everybody, talk to everybody. You know, get some thoughts from them. Learn from each other. That's the biggest thing that I think that whenever I go to an event like this, is to learn from each other. You know, there's so much that we can learn. You know, I watch as many other content creators on a daily basis. That's what I spend my lunch times and evenings doing. If I'm not doing something for the channel, you know, when I get a notification that somebody's put content out there, I'm out there watching it. You know, and I'm doing it. You know, another one who you know, who I'd like to maybe eventually meet sometime is Steve, Captain Drone. He lives up in Canada. I've had a lot of communication with him. He's a great guy. He puts out a ton of great content. You know, he hasn't met a drone he hasn't liked, you know. And I think the same could be said for Bill Thomas. Bill's a fantastic guy. He's a great ambassador for drones. You know, I'm looking forward to getting him on sometime. I just absolutely love engaging and talking with him. He's absolutely fantastic. Brian from Smoky Mountain Aerial. One of the things I can recommend is there's somebody named Sean Cannell. It's S-E-A-N, Cannell, and he runs a group called Think Media, T-H-I-N-K. Go check his channel out. He has unbelievable resources on how to do better YouTube videos. I can tell you that right now. He is fantastic. He also shares a channel with Benji, and I forget Benji's last name. It's a different channel, but along the same lines. And there's a lot of tips. And he also has a book out as well too. Message me later, and I can get you that information. But yeah, that's fantastic. Also, I wanted to Oz by Drone. Congratulations on 1,000 subs. That's fantastic. You know, that is definitely an accomplishment. it starts rolling faster as after you get up to that number. But congratulations. Yeah, Brian, that's fantastic. I can get you that information. I'll send a message to you later with the channel links for that. Sean is fantastic. Absolutely, positively, he's a great guy. I've learned so much from him as far as that's concerned. One of the other things with Spin Up as well, it's going to be a wonderful opportunity, besides being able to meet all these guys, to just talk amongst yourselves and to just share things and just learn and get a chance to know that. One of the things I wanted to share with you guys is, excuse me here. I'm knocking on the door for 5,000 subscribers. I should get it pretty much any day here, and I'm very excited about that. Little did I know a year and a half ago when I started this channel that the next Christmas I'd have 5,000 subscribers, and I gotta thank all you guys, absolutely, every single one of you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. I love it when you guys, generously do the super chats or contribute to my coffee or, use the affiliate links. Those are fantastic. And I appreciate each and every one of you who have done that. What matters the most to me, and I think every content creator on YouTube can probably say the same thing, hitting that like button, commenting, and subscribing. Those are the things for me that mean the most. Because when you engage me and you subscribe, thank you. I appreciate Help at Home. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. When you subscribe to the channel, I have an obligation to put out good content for you guys. And that's one of the things that I want to do. And one of the other things I wanted to announce, I got an announcement tonight. I'm going to be coming out with a new series of videos. And probably I might have one or two of them a week or one a week. And what they're going to be are tools and tips for you guys is drone pilots. Different things, like batteries or propellers or, whatever. It's going to be involved with that. I've got a name for it. I'm not going to tell you the name yet. Going to have a premiere. I got a logo being worked on for me with this, so I'm looking forward to that. So that's going to be a blast. Also, I'm finally getting going to get any news on our next get together, Mitch. That's a great question. Wanted to let you know I checked on the museum on Interstate 4, and they're not available for fly-ins from now until April. So, I talked to Brian about that, and he suggested giving him a call, and I talked to them. So we can schedule something in April for there. Otherwise, we're going to have to look at something like we did before, over at the tower. But I want to try to get something maybe a little closer to Orlando in that way. That's why this would have been fantastic. The museum's right off of I-4. They actually have 2 grass landing strips there, but they are, and the reason that you can't have any events there, well, they're hosting, they have fly-ins there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's not drone fly-ins, it's real fly-ins with real planes. So that's why they don't do that, Mitch. But yeah, I tried working on that, and I got to go back to the drawing board. And I'm going to try to get something lined up for January, hopefully. See if we can do something. And I'm desperately trying to find something, between, Tampa and Orlando somewhere, so more guys from the Central Florida area can join us. And there's just not a lot out there. I'm kind of scratching my head. That's why this museum would have been perfect. Now, with something like the museum, with that being said, I'm actually going to see about what it would cost to, get the facilities for a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours. And this would be something where, you guys might have to, might cost like $10 or $20 to do something like this, but I might be able to, swing you know, definitely some snacks and some drinks, you know, something along those lines, and then maybe afterwards we can head out to eat. But I hope that answers your question, Mitch. I worked on that, and you know, I felt real bad when I found out, you know, they said they're closed from now. You know, not really closed, but there's no fly-ins between now and April. But once April hits, we can look at something for that. And I'm really trying. If Mitch, if you know of anything between Tampa and Orlando, that would be a good place to fly, where, you know, we can get a bunch of us together. Email me at BillTheDroneReviewer, and any of you guys from the Central Florida area, if you know of other places to meet, you know, between Tampa and Orlando, let me know. You know, email me at BillTheDroneReviewer. I'll definitely check those out. I want to do another get together. I loved Ken and Billy getting that scheduled. That was absolutely, positively fantastic. So yes, Mitch, that would be great. See if you can do some digging. See if you can find something up. I mean, I know Romeo, who was at the event, told me about, there's a conservatory or a conservation area that he's flown in. But I think, you know, that's like 1 or 2 people. If there's like 30 of us show up there, I don't think that's going to work. So, but that's closer to, you know, to the Orlando area. So let's see if we can work on, see if we can try to find something, obviously, you know, that's not going to cost us anything. But, you know, like I said, I definitely want to see about getting something together for maybe the April timeframe. And I think we get it planned far enough in advance. We can, you know, with a nominal cost, maybe 10, 15 bucks at the most, be able to have that use of that field for 2 or 3 hours, you know, have some snacks, have some drinks, and then maybe go out and catch a bite afterwards. I think that would be fantastic. So thank you, Steve Carpenter. That's fantastic. Bye-bye. All right. Well, there's a discount code. If any of you guys are still interested in going to Spin Up, it's not too late. You can still go. I saw Kelly's last video he did. He did a great video comparing the camera on the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom, but he was wearing jackets down there. So any of you that are going there, you may want to bring your jacket. It looks like I thought Austin would be warm this time of year, but apparently it kind of has winter hit it as well too. So because Kelly looked rather a little on the cold side, he was wearing a pretty thick coat there. So. But it's going to be fun. It's absolutely going to be a blast. That'll definitely be a good time. Blue Eye Visuals, welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. One of the other things that I wanted to say, you know, I'm working on some other things for the channel. You know, I'm working on. I just want to let you guys know, working on T-shirts right now. I think you guys will like what I've designed. I finally settled. Working on coffee mugs, you know, and I know, you know, I talked to Rick Smith from Drone Valley. His hats, he said that he can't keep enough of those hats in stock. People love those hats. So I'm going to work on getting a hat like Rick has. I'm going to find out who he's done that for, and I'm going to go ahead and see about that. Those are some things I'm working on. Also working on getting a banner, like a big banner, to hang up in the room so we can have that. Also, I finally found a desk for my room. So the big project is going to be underway. We have 3 bedrooms. The one bedroom my wife's claimed, the other ones I've claimed. And right now it's full of Amazon boxes, literally. And what I'm going to do, a project, you know, over the next several weeks, you know, get the boxes cleared out of there, you know, throw away what I don't need, get all my drone stuff, you know, kind of organize that. I got a desk that I'm going to order, and I found a perfect one, computer desk. Got a new computer that I'm going to order too. This one's on borrowed time, trust me, and I'm lucky it's still working. So I'm going to be doing that, getting set up. I got some great paraphernalia that I'm going to put on display there. And if any of you have drone paraphernalia or you know, swag, you know, like I'm going to probably ping Kelly, see what he got, see that, you know, maybe get some things from him. I've got some things. Rick Smith has been very kind and gracious, and I've gotten some things off of him. I may order some things off Original Dobo. I don't know if Billy Kyle has anything. I'd love to get some stuff off of him. If any of you other guys have some swag, email me at BillTheDroneReviewer, and I'll definitely check into it, because what I want to do is I want to have some hanging in the background, so whenever I do my videos, you guys can see that. So, you know, other channels besides mine that are up there. So if you guys have some, definitely, yeah, Lon, I'm not going to spend that much. I'm going to spend a little over 1,000. The timing is right for me, which is fantastic. I'm sorry. My allergies they're better than they were a couple of Sundays ago. Wow, that was just, yeah, it was real bad there. But yeah, I got a lot of good things coming up, and probably I got some lighting I'm thinking about getting to, and it's gonna be fantastic in there. I can hardly wait. Gonna have a great display up there, some great pictures. You know, I'm gonna transform that room into BillTheDroneReviewer studio. So be on the lookout for that. That's gonna happen over the next several weeks. I'd imagine, I'm guessing maybe by the first of the year or so, it'll be up and running. And it'll be an official studio. You know, I've been confiscating the kitchen and 3/4 of the house. So, but yeah, I'm looking at getting an HP computer. I got an Asus, and for any of you who've had Asus computers and have had good luck with them, my hat's off to you. I've had nothing but bad luck with this thing. It's just been one problem after another, after another, after another. Oh, that's very, very cool, Brian. That's going to be great. You guys, I'm going to tell you, if you watched a video that I filmed with Brian in his M210, and with the original Dobo filming, you know, Brian doing his work, you guys are going to be in for a treat seeing Brian flying that. That's just, you're in for a treat. That's all I can say. I mean, it's just fantastic. It's anything you've ever seen before flying drones, and I know you guys have seen everything. You've seen Evos, you've seen Parrot Anopis, you've seen, you know, Mavics, you've seen Phantoms and Inspires. But when you see the M210 up there, it's jaw drop time. It really is. It's in a league by itself. And the way Brian flies, I mean, you know, he has to be very precise. But when we had a chance, when he had a chance to get it out when we were at our meetup, he has mad piloting skills. That's all I'm going to say. Brian is absolutely fantastic as a pilot. I mean, you know, and it does take good piloting skills to do something like that. And if you watch that video he filmed with Ken, which is, by the way, definitely check out that video with he and Ken on, you know, what it's like for him in flying each day. That gives you a wonderful taste for what he does every day. And you have to have mad piloting skills to be able to do what Brian does day in and day out. So definitely, you guys, it's worth, you know, if I could afford it, I would probably go just to see Brian fly the 210. But no, I would go to hear everybody talk as well. But no, Brian is just, yeah, you guys want to go. If you ever have an opportunity to see an M210 fly, go do it. It's just fantastic. And you know, the neat part about it was, you know, Brian was showing us his screen and showing the app and showing the images and, you know, flicking over to the different camera on there. It's wow. You know, Brian's going to attract a crowd. He really will when you're flying it. That's for sure. Definitely. So if you guys, again, if you guys have any swag, let me know at BillTheDroneReviewer@gmail.com. Email me. Let me know. If you have links for that, put them in the email. So I want to buy some things. And, you know, for my shows, you know, you could be featured that week. I'll put up that swag. So, you know, I'd really like to get hats, mugs, if you guys have mugs. You know, if you have little keychains, that's fine, or stickers or something like that, that's good. T-shirts, yeah, they're good, but yeah, if all you have is T-shirts, I could do that as well too. And what I might do with some of that stuff is I might give it away as well. You know, if I get more than one. But I want to make sure part of the decor in that room is going to be swag from you guys, and obviously my swag as well. So and I got some of that stuff coming up. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm going to have T-shirts for sale. I'm going to have mugs for sale. And I'm also going to have hats for sale too. And they're going to be hats. If you've ever seen, when you see the video from Rick from Drone Valley that I'm going to post. That's going to come out. I have that coming out overnight. When you guys see that, check that out. It's going to be the same kind of hat, but it's going to have BillTheDroneReviewer on there. I know that as well too. One of the other guys that I know that won't be out there, but I know really wishes he could be out there is Russ from 51 Drones. So Russ, if you're out watching, hope you're doing well. Hope you're surviving winter already. I know you've probably been hit with some bad weather out there already. It's just not pretty right now where you're at. So hats off to you. Be safe, stay warm. And I don't know how you go through drone withdrawal when the weather gets as bad as it does out there. So that's about it for tonight. I just kind of wanted to wrap things up. We got we have the event coming up on the 28th, which is a week from tomorrow, which is really kind of anticlimactic. That we've all noticed the Pocket Osmo is coming out. DJI's got their Black Friday sale going on, so you definitely want to check that out and see about getting additional discounts with that. As if you're looking for that. We talked about Spin Up coming up 2018. If you have any chance of an opportunity, Steve Carpenter posted a discount code. Get there if you can, if it's at all possible. I know you have to travel to get there, but it'll be worth it. There's some fantastic people that will be speaking there. Unfortunately, I won't be there, but I've submitted a video for the event. Kelly asked me to do that, even though I'm not going there. So enjoy the video. I think you guys, I try to be creative with it and keep it at a minute, and I think you guys will really enjoy that. And I'm going to post it on the channel later too, if that's okay with Kelly, which I think it is. And you definitely want to drop a note to him and let him know that you appreciate him and all that he does. And this is, like I said, this is an incredible thing that he's doing. Also, and Mitch Weiss brought it up, and thank you for bringing it up, Mitch. I had looked into getting the museum off of I-4. Unfortunately, can't do that until April. So if any of you know of any good places to go between Tampa and Orlando, email me at BillTheDroneReviewer. I'll definitely check those out. Where we can fly safely without any issues. And I'll try to get another event organized. That was a fantastic event that Ken, Dono, and Billy Kyle organized. That was absolutely fantastic. Had a wonderful turnout. We're going to need to do that again. It's just this time of year right now, it's really hard to get people together because of the holidays coming up. It's absolutely that. And I just kind of want to close with this. It is, to me, today's a hard day for me. 11 years ago today, my dad passed away. It was also his birthday. I always look at November the 20th with kind of is a mixed thing. Oh, it's Dad's birthday. Oh, it's the day he passed away. But you know what? I look at it as what a blessing it was that he passed on his birthday. He passed on his 86th birthday. He would have been 97 this year. He was a very proud World War II veteran. He served on the USS Blessington CV-16. I scattered part of his ashes on the deck of his aircraft carrier. My older son and I went to do that. I want to get down there to see the carrier again. I want to take my wife. I want to take my other kids to get down there. But, be thankful for family, guys. What I wouldn't give to spend 5 more minutes with my dad right now, and I can't do that. If I earn every dime of the possible in this world, it's not going to buy me 5 minutes with my dad. So enjoy spending time with your loved ones, especially your parents. If they're still around, please do so. And for those of you here in the United States, I hope everyone has a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving, that you get your fill of food and you enjoy being around family and loved ones. Safe travels to everybody, and safe travels to everybody that's going to Spin Up. We'll be having a broadcast before Spin Up next week. It's going to be on the 27th. You know what? I was thinking about waiting to, no, you know what? I may do just a special, quickie on the 28th about the release, just to let people know everything. So just to kind of want to do that. No, safe travels to everybody, for Thanksgiving. Want everybody to be safe out there. Again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, for your viewership, for your comments, for your likes. make sure on the way out, there's 46 people watching right now. I'd love to see 46 likes on this. You guys absolutely rock my world. Got a lot of great things coming up in 2019. I've got some videos in mind coming up for December, you know, kind of wrapping up the year, what happened and what we're looking forward to in 2019. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, tonight. And remember, it's a great day to fly. Take care.